制圧したか。俺たちの敗北が招いた戦争だ、ライナー。
Hello everyone, welcome to my review for This Gorilla Will Die in One Day. This is a suspenseful thriller manga that was written and illustrated by Sui Ishida and was serialized on Twitter in 2021. Now, I've reviewed two of Ishida's manga before, of course, Tokyo Ghoul and Tokyo Ghoul Re. Wasn't too big on the second one, but I really love the original Tokyo Ghoul. So when I heard that Ishida dropped an entire full complete series online, I was really excited to check it out because I know he's capable of some really awesome stuff. And I mean, I'm sure you know by now about this manga. Despite being brand new, it has absolutely taken the world by storm. The first volume, of course, just came out, shattering records, 5 million copies in 1 week. It has quickly become one of the most critically acclaimed manga of all time, and they have already announced an anime adaptation. You just don't see success like this. So, yeah, I really like, as a manga reviewer, as someone who claims to be, semi-knowledgeable about this medium, I really had to check it out. And now that I have, let's take a look. The story takes place in an unnamed location and follows a majestic and mighty unnamed gorilla. It begins with the gorilla looking at the viewer, establishing a connection with them, then pounding its chest, as, gorillas are known to do, and then it proudly proclaims that it will die tomorrow. And from there you have what I think is one of the most magical, endearing, and engaging pieces of entertainment I have ever experienced. For one, choosing not to build up the world or the character of this gorilla really lets your mind wander on where this could actually take place, who this gorilla actually is. Ishida knows he isn't writing manga for babies. He's not going to just spoon-feed you answers to everything you need to know. You have to work hard to come up with your own interpretations of things, and that's what I really love here. Is this in a jungle? Is it in a zoo? Is it in James Franco's attic? Is it set 1,000 years in the past? Is it set 1,000 years in the future? Or is it even in our world at all? Is this an alien gorilla? What's also interesting is he seems to understand human speech, which makes the series feel very reminiscent of the modern Planet of the Apes trilogy. So yeah, it's brilliant in that way, but then of course you have the hook. This gorilla claiming he will die tomorrow. Like, I have never been so engaged in a manga this quickly before. It's actually ridiculous. Lots of series have grabbed me after one chapter. That's common. But after one page, come on, man. After this gorilla stares into your soul and you make a connection with him, you instantly need to know what is going to happen the next day. Why does this gorilla think he will die? Will he die? In all honesty, you're not going to get answers to every question you have. And that again emphasizes how Ishida does not hold your hand. You won't get answers to everything. Not everything will be resolved in the end. And as a fictional story, that may seem cheap, but in reality, life is the same way. So while smooth-brained simpletons might not like this ending, I personally found it to be incredibly profound and touching. You just can't predict what's going to happen. It's going to shock you, it's going to stun you, it's going to touch you, but I cannot get over how impeccably Ishida pulled this one off. As for the characters, you of course have the gorilla. I briefly mentioned earlier how the gorilla, there's not much to him, so much so that you can, pretty much make up any headcanon and it will fit just fine. But there is so much nuance to this character. The way he looks at you in the first panel, the way he proudly stands up and beats his chest, and how he seems so sure that he will die the next day. When it comes to fiction, you honestly never see this type of drive and determination. So yeah, I think Ishida really created the main character here who is super endearing. A lot of people will be able to relate to him, and following him on his journey is something else, man. I've reviewed a lot of short series before, and I always talk about, it's so impressive they were able to fit all of this into like a handful of volumes. All of this is fit into 2 pages, man. 2 pages. Ishida truly deserves to be the ruler of humanity. And as for the art, of course, it's lifelike. What can I say? You would not be able to make such a connection to this story if the art was anything less than, euphoric. The way the gorilla looks just like a real gorilla. The way he stands up and beats his chest. The movement is conveyed exceptionally well. The paneling is incredible here. I've never seen anything like it before. And even the small details, right? Like, in the panel where he proclaims that he will die, it's clearly just the previous panel zoomed in, because it's the exact same and you can tell the quality is lower. That's just what Ishida wanted you to think. Why is the quality lower? Is it because the gorilla's quality of life decreases in that panel? The panel where he proclaims that he is about to die? Something to think about. And I won't go into spoilers, but the second page, man, the art is even better. It literally made me cry. Some even say there's a mythical third page out there. I don't know if I believe it, because I haven't found it yet myself. But if I ever do, I will certainly let you guys know. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on This Gorilla Will Die in One Day. I mean, come on, man, 10 out of 10. I wish I could remake Math so I could give something an 11. Maybe Ishida can do that when he becomes the new Führer. If you're interested in checking this series out for yourself, for some insane reason, it has not gotten an English release yet. Thankfully, you can read it all legally and for free on the manga streaming service Google Images. And I really, really hope that Viz or Kodansha or anyone picks it up soon, because, I mean, it's just a crime. We need full-on deluxe hardcover editions for this shit. For alternate recommendations, I would recommend The Seven Deadly Sins, a series that is just as emotional and just as profound as this one. And, of course, what was the original inspiration for this series? Me and Roboco. Guys, I think I might just quit. Like, knowing that nothing can top this, it just makes me lose all motivation to read manga. Like, what's even the point? Why should I even read Vagabond if it's not even gonna come close to page 1 of This Gorilla Will Die in One Day? Yeah, we're good. This is my last video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you never